My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. I have worked thousands of IRS cases. I hate to go through all this at the beginning, but somebody just may watch one of my videos, so I'm sorry you have to hear this all the time. But I've worked thousands of cases. I've been on the national news many times. Go to my website at 777irs.com. I was a revenue officer. I was one of the bad guys seizing everything, and now I've been in tax defense actually for 42 years, and I'm one of the nation's leading experts. IRS prepared your tax return, so what's next? I used to do that for a living. I used to prepare tax returns, so what's the process? So IRS has this inventory of gazillion cases. So at some point in time, if they see an open module and they're sitting there, they just can't work the cases fast enough. If you haven't filed, you're in their inventory. I guarantee you, IRS, you're not going anywhere. IRS is there. So what they do is the computer goes ahead and just prepares your return. And what they do and how they do it is they go ahead and pull up your 1099s and or W-2s, and they send you out a letter, say, hey, remember us, prepare the return. If you don't, they just prepare your return. So if your IRS prepared your return and you're waking up to this as, oh my God, I got this assessment, I owe IRS a bunch of money, they filed my return, it's always wrong. They make sure it's always wrong. They don't give you any exemptions, no dependents, no write-offs, nothing. If you made, say, $100,000 somewhere, IRS is just taking that $100,000 and saying it's all taxable income. That's what they do. That's exactly what IRS does. So what can you do to overcome that? Well, if you're already in the collection process, first you have to stop IRS and say, hey, that's wrong. Then the next thing is you got to prepare an original tax return. So you have to prepare an original tax return, send it in to IRS, and mark on the top in red, original tax return. This way you'll have to wait for IRS to process this. Could take 6 months, and then IRS is going to change their prepared return to yours, but they're going to make sure it's correct. They want to make sure it's really, really correct. So I just want to go ahead and let you know that that's what they're going to do. So you first have to stop the collection letter, the notices, the liens, the garnishments, and everything. And there's ways to do that and forms to use to stop the IRS while your amended returns post. Usually you're still going to owe money, but it's not going to be anywhere. Usually you can get a deduction around, 75%. Yeah, IRS doesn't do you any favors, but if you don't file, you leave yourself up to this. So we can undo all that process. If you need me, call me. We've worked thousands of cases. Give me a subscription if you would. But here's the process. We've got to really go and file those years that IRS filed for you. And oh, by the way, those are called substitute for returns. IRS prepared substitute for returns. We're just preparing original returns. We're really good. I'm one of the nation's experts. Call me if you like me and need me. Thank you.